once you go to the northern part of Mexico, you will see real Mexico. Do you see this canal beside me? This is part of the Valent Canal, and I don't know if you guys know anything about Valent Canal. Well, Valent Canal is very famous because it connects two lakes together, Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. And through this canal, you have over 3,000 ships that move about 40 tons of cargo every year. And that's why this canal is very famous. But that's not why I'm here to talk about the Valent Canal. I want to talk about my time in Mexico. And now that I'm back in Canada, I was able to reflect. I was able to really make sense of a lot of things that went down in Mexico. By the way, for those who are new, my name is Tassif. I'm just a traveler. I've been traveling and living in Mexico, and I learned so much about Mexico. I was very ignorant about Mexico because growing up here in Canada, the only place that I knew was Cancun and just the touristic parts of Mexico. I never really got to experience real Mexico until my fiance told me that she's moving to another city because she'll be working at the hospital, and she asked me to come visit her. And that is when I discovered the city of Torreon, which absolutely changed my mind, changed my perspective about Mexico. It was just a couple of years ago, I went to the northern part of Mexico. I was told by many people that, hey, be careful, you're going to Mexico, you're going to the northern part, you guys know about the narcos and all of that situation. And everybody was telling me, hey, be careful, you know, this could happen, that could happen. And I'll be honest, when I went there, I was really nervous, you know, because when people tell you something, and sometimes the fear grows in you. And when I went there, my perspective, my life completely changed about Mexico. And I will just literally, there's so much that I can describe how amazing my experience was, but I'll just try to break it down so that you guys can understand how things were actually in Mexico. I have created videos about the northern part of Mexico, and you guys have seen videos. And let's start with the landscape. The landscape was very different than what I was used to. Look how green it is. You know, Canada is really green. Look at this. Summer is so beautiful. But the part where I was, Torreon, Coahuila, it was like semi-desert. And I absolutely loved it. I went for a hike. You know, they have really different landscape that I was able to experience like cactus. And it was just so beautiful to be able to go to the mountains, go for a hike. And I definitely loved it. It was like a little bit dry, but it was very new for me, and I absolutely loved it. It was a different landscape, and the city of Torreon was also on a higher altitude, and I believe it's about 1,000 meters or 1,100 meters. And I was really able to experience a different landscape, and I absolutely love nature. I love outdoors, and I went for a couple hikes. And another thing that I was really ignorant about, I didn't know that Mexico had desert. And I went on experience where we went to these dunes with my new friends that I made, and I had the best time of my life in that place, and it was so peaceful. I felt like I was in Dubai or something, because that's what I thought. That's how ignorant I was, that I didn't even realize how diverse the landscape is in Mexico. And secondly, the people were so kind. Oh man, I respect Mexican people so much. And the people that I came across in city of Torreon, the love that I got, oh man, it's just unreal. And people were very kind, very welcoming. They told me, they kept on inviting me to their place. And every time I met people on the streets, they always had a smile on their face. Even when I had cameras, everybody would wave and they would be curious about what I do. Although many people did not speak English, or I did not speak as much as Spanish as I should speak. But either way, like, there was this love that I felt from people, and oh man, it was just absolutely amazing. And I feel very privileged that I got to live in that part of Mexico. And a lot of you guys who are watching my video, it means that you guys love traveling, and I would encourage you guys to go to the northern part of Mexico, because once you go to the northern part of Mexico, you will see real Mexico. Oh man, the tourist areas are beautiful, it's great, but you get to see the everyday life, how people live and how people will treat you. You will really see real Mexico. And that is why I just thought, before I talk about Canada, make videos in Canada, I really wanted to take some time and tell you guys about the northern part of Mexico and just have a talk too. Sometimes it's good to have a conversation about places, about experiences, because there's places and people that change our lives and we need to acknowledge them, right? So the next thing that I loved about being in northern part of Mexico was the food. Oh man, everybody loves barbecue. Everybody likes to eat some good burritos. It was so tasty, spicy burritos. You get it for like, I believe 20 or 25 pesos. And just with 50 pesos, you know, you're good. And you don't have to spend so much money. Speaking of money, the cost of living is way better over there. The things are not that expensive. And just with like $1,500, two people were able to live so well over there. And next thing that I want to say, if you are a traveler and if you want to go somewhere new, I want to say that you should go to the northern part of Mexico, because there are a lot of hidden spots that a lot of people haven't seen, and you will experience a different side of Mexico. Mexico is very diverse. If you're in the north and the south, you will see how much the culture is different, but yet the people are very same, the people are very loving. Doesn't matter if I'm in the northern part or southern part of Mexico, the people are very loving. The people are very, very welcoming. And I'm just so happy that I got to experience that. And now that I'm back in Canada, I want to make more videos here, tell you stories about Canada. I just wanted to create a video talking about how amazing my experience was in northern part of Mexico. And I respect Mexican people a lot. I love them a lot, and I will go back to Mexico, but this summer we're just gonna spend time here in Canada, pick up some stories here, tell you what the culture looks like here, what the places look like here, and I'm really excited to do that here in Canada. Yeah, so I just wanted to quickly take a minute while I walk by this beautiful canal and talk about my experience in Mexico. If you guys have any question, write me in the comments or email me or add me on social media. I will answer your questions. And I was also working on this guide that I can create for you guys about northern Mexico, where I can give you some places to visit and how to get to those places and tell you more about northern Mexico. So I'm just working on this guide, and hopefully I can put it all together in time and share it with you guys, so that whoever want to travel to northern Mexico, they have a guide that they can follow. And yeah, that's all for this video. Quick chat. I'm really excited to talk more about the Welland Canal, the Great Lakes. Canada is very beautiful. Canada has a lot of nature, and I believe that summer is the best time to be here in this country. All right, that's all for this video. I will see you in the next one. God's energy.